You mean you intend to fight Buu?
No. For in the name of the galaxy, we'll punish you. Hey guys, DB right here, and today I'm continuing with What If Sailor Moon was in Dragon Ball Z? And carrying off right where we left off, Vegeta had just blown himself up like he does in the original story in an attempt to take out Majin Buu. Unfortunately, using that much energy that he sacrificed himself. But at least his actions bought time for the remaining heroes to show up, restore everybody to health, reverse the evil margin spells on some of their comrades who were taken in by Barbady's magic, and teleported everybody to safety at the lookout, where they are now met with the now new King Endymion, Mamoru, Usagi Tsukino, Neo Queen Serenity, Dende, and Mr. Popo. And so, with that, now the Dragon Balls haven't been used by Bulma or anyone like that, because remember, in this timeline it wasn't Vegeta who fell under Barbady's spell, so Vegeta didn't attack anyone at the World Martial Arts Tournament. Nope. Our Margin character was Sailor Uranus, who had a little bit of hatred left over because of the Sailor Starlights, who, in her opinion, felt that once again they brought their problems to their planet. Of course, we know that's not the case. Majin Buu was hidden on Earth by Supreme Kai. So, sorry Uranus, once again she was blaming the wrong person. Anyways, so with that all caught up in mind, for those of you who haven't seen the previous parts, do check them out. And, well, now that Supreme Kai has been fully healed, Gohan's fully healed, and of course, there's no going, oh my god, Gohan is dead, because everyone just knows he's there because they were all teleported to the lookout. But now Supreme Kai is ready to put his own plan into action, as Gohan, who is not going alone because Chibiusa demands that she goes with him, and well, pretty much as the future queen of the new Silver Millennia, she does have that right to go, basically. So she and Gohan are both taken to the world of the Kais due to Supreme Kai and his instant transmission. And Gohan is, just like in the original, succeeds in pulling the Z-Sword and begins training with it. Now, Videl was actually going to go with Gohan as well, but giving her lack of experience with, crazy things like this, she was talked out of it. So I would say that is score 1 for Chibiusa there. And, having Chibiusa with Gohan always motivates him to try harder, and it's always good having that special friend with you, who's always there. And so, pretty much with that, while Gohan's increasing his power by swinging the Z-Sword around, Goku's putting together his own little plan to try and stop Majin Buu. Now remember, he wasn't killed by Cell, which means this version of Goku has not learnt the fusion dance. So yep, at least for right now, there's no fusion. Ha! So really, that sort of puts them at another disadvantage, because remember, he doesn't know instant transmission either. He didn't battle Frieza for the 5 minutes on Namek as a Super Saiyan in this timeline. Therefore, he didn't land on Yardrat and learn instant transmission. And because he didn't die in the Cell games, he doesn't learn the fusion dance either. But with Goku realizing the Dragon Balls haven't been used, because again, Vegeta wasn't the Margin character who blew up everybody, he decides that Trunks better fly to West City and get the Dragon Radar before Barbity and Boo decide to blow it up, which happens to be their next target because the heroes are not revealing themselves at the moment. Boo and Barbity have just been going on a killing spree, turning people to cakes and eating them. Pretty sick, really, when you think about it. Ooh. Anyways, so while Trunks does that, Goku intends on battling Boo alone, and in an attempt to actually take Boo out. So when Goku goes up to Boo this time, he does give Boo the same speech that Boo, it's a shame. You really shouldn't be listening to this guy. You might have been a great sparring partner. Such a waste. And well, Goku doesn't waste any time and begins powering up to Super Saiyan 3 and begins taking the fight to Majin Buu.
Whoa, you're really fun! We're gonna have fun before I kill you! What did Boo turn you into? Chocolate cake? Or pudding? Boo can't decide!
And well, it would seem that Goku is actually going to win this battle. It's just that the problem is Boo's regenerative capabilities prove to be a little bit too much, and Goku quickly begins losing energy. And soon, Boo's able to turn the tables on Goku, and everyone on the lookout can, sort of sense this, so Piccolo has then taken off from the lookout in an attempt to hopefully get there before the worst happens, because, well, quite frankly, at this point, if Goku is destroyed, what chance do they really have? Even the Sailor Guardians, with all their combined powers, probably not enough to stop this creature. They're going to need pull out every stop to stop this menace. And well, the mission is successful. Trunks does manage to get the Dragon Radar and is on his way back to the lookout, so at least that part's going fine. And well, as for Goku, he's holding out as best he can, but eventually Boo just gets sick of fighting him, fires off a pretty powerful energy attack, and fires it directly at Goku. Now don't worry, Goku isn't dead. He's just basically he's realized he's been beaten, and he's keeping his power level right down. So once Barbity and Boo can't sense him anymore, they pretty much go off on their way to do whatever it was they were going to be doing. And well, Goku pretty much didn't have to wait too long, because that's when Piccolo shows up and carries him back to the lookout. And well, unfortunately for those in West City, Boo does destroy it and turns the whole population into longer-lasting gobstoppers. And, well, after that, Boo and Barbity pretty much have their falling out, where Boo then finishes off Barbity once and for all, and Boo is now free to just kill people whenever he wants to and do what he wants to. So there he goes, he builds his own house, and well, this is of course where Hercule comes into the picture and actually ends up befriending Majin Buu and pretty much ends up saving the world in that retrospect. He's able to convince Majin Buu that it's wrong to kill people, that he shouldn't do it, that Majin Buu really is just a child who just didn't know any better. And in the same sort of way with what Usagi has observed, she could probably feel the same way and probably realize that making friends with Majin Buu is more or less the answer. However, everything's going to quickly suddenly change when those two idiot humans going on a killing spree decide not only to shoot Majin Buu's dog and injure it, luckily the dog gets healed thanks to Buu, but they nearly kill his new best friend, Hercule, as well. And, well, that starts a nasty chain reaction in the form of Majin Buu doing a Piccolo, Majin Buu splitting from his evil half, creating Evil Buu. And that whole thing plays out like it does in the original. And now, meanwhile, Goku has decided to check in on Supreme Kai's plan. So, and Usagi Tsukino wanted to do the same thing, check on Chibiusa. So, with Usagi's help and the her Sailor Guardians, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Venus, are able to Sailor Teleport with Goku and end up on the Kai's world, and they're able to see Gohan's training for itself, and Goku can tell Gohan's gotten quite a bit stronger since then. Whether it's enough to take on Buu? Probably not. And, well, just like in the original, they decide to test out the sword by throwing all sorts of ridiculous things at it, such as a big boulder which they're able to cut like butter, but then Supreme Kai offers them that Sage Stone stuff, which is supposed to be stronger than anything in the galaxy. It breaks the Z Sword, and just like in the original, Elder Kai is released and has a thank you for releasing him. He begins waking up Gohan's sleeping powers with that ridiculous ceremonial dance of his, leaving the Sailor Guardians Chibiusa and Neo Queen Serenity looking at it awkwardly. Which, having all those beautiful girls there, it's definitely pleasing to Elder Kai. Goku just sort of thinking, this is just like old man Roshi all over again. And so, pretty much, with that, you then get the new evil Super Buu showing up at the lookout, and he begins with attacking everybody like he does in the original. Remember, there's no hyperbolic time chamber fight between Trunks and Goten in this reality, because again, no fusion. They still had the boys in the hyperbolic time chamber to train, but ultimately the amount of time they got, it's not going to make any difference. So the best thing they can sort of do was make sure Goten and Trunks are out of sight, and they pretty much entrust the Sailor Starlights to that plan. So they managed to leave before, pretty much seconds before Buu arrived, who begins his rampage, turning everyone he can into chocolate and eating them all. The only one he doesn't seem to really get at this point is Sailor Uranus, because, well, Neptune pushes her off the lookout and takes the hit. You've taken enough, Uranus. It's my turn. That's basically all she said, as Neptune was turned into a chocolate bar right before her eyes and falling from the lookout. And, of course, the other survivor, of course, are Piccolo and Dende. And so, with Buu doing that and then deciding, to heck with it, kill everyone on Earth with his ultimate extinction attack, somehow all those attacks missing Hercule and the dog, but yeah, pretty much everyone else, aside from our survivors from the lookout, have been hit. Earth has been pretty much reduced to an oversized graveyard at this point, Usagi can sense this, and her heart is broken by it, but still, it's still not things aren't quite bad enough yet for her to really step in yet. Because as we know, with Neo Queen Serenity's powers, she can easily bring back a dead civilization. No problem. In fact, her powers are very similar to the Eternal Dragon at this point. You probably wouldn't even really need the Eternal Dragon.
How dare you replace me?
Okay, had to add that in. Oh, don't worry, we still have uses for the dragon. Don't worry about that. So, pretty much with that, Gohan's secret powers are then activated. Buu tracks down the rest of our heroes, the Sailor Starlights, Sailor Uranus, along with Goten and Trunks, Piccolo. Well, they haven't sensed and found Dende yet, but that's about to change because, well, just like in the original, here comes Mystic Gohan, and also, with some unsuspecting backup, Chibiusa, ready to take on Buu. And, well, the good thing is that, well, not really the good thing. It pretty much goes like it does in the original, except that Gohan's got Chibiusa sort of watching his back as well. And, well, just like in the original, Gohan lets his one weakness get the best of him. And that weakness is that when he's so sure he's going to win, he drops his guard. Now, Gohan isn't absorbed first right off the bat like in the original. No, both Piccolo and Chibiusa are taken out first, and not too long so are both the boys. But with Chibiusa's power, and with our knowledge of how Gohan works, and playing sort of psychological mind games with Gohan because of how Chibiusa feels about Gohan, it's a crazy mess to the point where Gohan can't bring himself to fight, feeling, you destroy Buu, you might kill Chibiusa, and anyone else he's absorbed. He'd be killing Piccolo and Chibiusa. And then, well, Goten and Trunks are absorbed as well. And, well, pretty much with that, Gohan is eventually defeated as well. And, well, it's looking bad enough for him that, yes, they're going to have to send someone else back down there to help him. So just like in the original, they give Goku the Potara earrings to merge with Gohan. And the well, as he goes down there, well, as we know from the original, Gohan then gets himself absorbed, and Goku is thinking about actually giving the Potara earring to either Dende or Hercule, and I suppose there are the Sailor Starlights who've been managing to stay out of the way at this point in Uranus, so there are some options, but then he senses another power level. And well, just like in the original anime, Vegeta has gotten his pass from King Yama to stop this monstrosity. And so, just like in the original, we get, after Goku's speech about how Buu was absorbed and killed basically everyone that they care about, Vegeta doesn't hesitate to put the Potara earrings on, and we get Vegito, much like in the original story. And pretty much things play its course like in the original, all the way up to when they free the boys and you get Kid Buu. Now this is where Usagi Tsukino actually has to step in. Kid Buu is about to blow up the planet. And since none of them have instant transmission to get out of there, Neo Queen Serenity uses her powers to transport herself there just in the nick of time and teleport everyone out of there. So the good news is Gohan, Piccolo, Goten, and the rest of the boys are still alive. However, not much can be said for the planet. And yes, rebuilding an entire planet does go beyond Neo Queen Serenity's power. So, well, there you go. So we will need the dragon. And so, with that, they're back on the Kai's world and pretty much have to formulate another plan. Vegeta and Goku have now, of course, defused, and they're not using the earrings again. However, with Kibito not there, and Vegeta silly enough to crush his, but because Kibito hasn't been brought back yet, Supreme Kai hasn't wasted his Potara earrings, and so after witnessing this, basically Seiya insists that if necessary, they will do fusion. That Seiya and someone else will do fusion. And well, with that, pretty much Elder Kai, Dende, and Supreme Kai leave the world of the Kais like in the original, and intend on going to Namek and using their Dragon Balls if it becomes necessary. And meanwhile, Kid Buu and Vegeta raising their power levels, Kid Buu's able to track them down, and the battle between Goku and Vegeta versus Kid Buu is about to begin. Goku powers up all the way to Super Saiyan 3, and the battle commences, at least for the first half of the battle, pretty much a lot like it does in the original, where Goku eventually runs out of energy yet again, and Vegeta has to take over. And well, with things getting desperate, and with Kid Buu realizing he still had the weakness of not attacking Hercule, he spat out the good Majin Buu like in the original, and well, now we got a Buu who's not going to hold back at all. This is it. Usagi Tsukino is going to have to step in with her power, but Seiya has another plan and tells Usagi to put on the other earring. Yep, Sailor Starfighter and Neo Queen Serenity are about to do Potara Fusion. So I guess their identities would be Seiya Tsukino or Sayagi Tsukino. Anyway, and their new transformation sailor name, as just when it looks like the good guys are going to lose and die, suddenly we hear Fighter Moon Power Makeup! And we are left with this new being who pretty much has Usagi's hairstyle, but with black hair, like Seiya's, and their costume is basically like a mix of their outfits. Like you got the black sailor collars with the a bit of the white school uniform, and yeah, it's just like a perfect blend of their outfits. Much like when Vegeta and Goku fused, you got a perfect blend of their clothing. Anyway, I'll make sure I do an art form like that for the thumbnail. So with that, we've got Sailor Moonfighter joining in the fray, And, well, with her teaming up with the good Buu, they are really taking it to Kid Buu. And this is now giving Goku the chance to power up the Spirit Bomb, much like he does. And then they use the Dragon Balls not only to bring back everyone Buu has killed, but everyone Buu and pretty much all the bad guys responsible for bringing Buu back had killed. This restores all the planets that Barbary and Deborah stopped at trying to find Majin Buu's ball, including the Starlight's homeworld, the Sailor Starlight's homeworld. So once again, they're all restored, so is their princess. And King Kai is opening up a channel not only to the Earth, but to everybody in the galaxy, and even as far enough as to just reach where the Sailor Starlight's homeworld is. So this Spirit Bomb is going to be bigger than the original. With Goku's voice talking, they are getting a few people raising their hands. And of course we know what happens when Vegeta tries it. Raise your hands up now, we're all gonna die! And, well, Hercule is able to get a lot of people to raise their hands up. But once, the planet where the Sailor Starlights come from, their civilization hears the voices of Sailor Star Healer and Maker. They definitely raise all their hands. And well, and just for a bit of extra power, Sailor Moonfighter, who yes, can still use the power of the Silver Crystal, infuses the Spirit Bomb with the Silver Crystal. So with that, they throw that at Kid Buu. Now Kid Buu is having a fun time, still able to hold on to it a bit. However, he is way overpowered once Goku's power level is fully restored, thanks to the final wish from the dragon. And another burst of energy from the Silver Crystal. Kid Buu is destroyed right there on the spot. And well, pretty much with that, if I forgot to mention that the Earth was restored by the dragon, I apologize, but yes, it was, along with its population. Just like the final wish was used to restore Goku's power level. So the wishes were the same. And well, with all that power being used, and all the power that Sei and Usagi in their fusion form did end up breaking the fusion. So we do get Usagi back to normal and Seiya back to normal. Let's face it, if anyone was going to fuse, we wanted it to be those two. And so with Mamoru and all that brought back to Earth, and well, eventually the Elder Kai's world is restored in the well, with the wishes they could do with the Earth Dragon Balls anyway. Second wish, well, they had I suppose really just a big feast to celebrate. Why not have the dragon whip up the meal for a change? Why not? And well, with Vegeta brought back to life, all's well and ends well. And well, celebrations is there, and we conclude the arc of Dragon Ball Z. And well, it's been months. Things have been, well, pretty well at peace. And well, that is until right now, for a certain destroyer god has woken up. Whis! What has happened to my universe? And that is where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this part? to leave a comment. Oh, and just to be clear, Chibiusa and Gohan are indeed together after going through all that. Which actually means that Gohan now belongs in Chibiusa's timeline. But luckily, they're frequent visitors. They're always coming in and dropping on there on past Usagi and all that. So, don't worry. This isn't going to be the end. We're not going to, no longer see Gohan and Chibiusa. No, of course not. And well, how are things going to go now that we're heading into Dragon Ball Super territory? All this and more next time as we continue this What If.